have the permission. The matter have to give the permission. I'll tell you one example of Rama. Rama was walking in front, and in the middle, Sita was walking. At the end, Lakshmana was walking. Lakshmana once, in his walk in the forest, wanted Rama to see his face. He wanted so, he was starving to look into the Rama's face. He wanted to see that. But there was Amma Sita in the middle. So it was very hard for him to look at. He cannot push Sita, or he cannot bend. He cannot do anything to look into Rama's face. Okay. Then Sita was so pleased for his intense bhakti in him, devotion. Now, then she said, "Do you want to see Rama?" "Yes, Amma." "Okay." Then she stepped aside, and Lakshmana could see the Rama's face. So matter have to take a place to move. She have to move by herself, by our bhakti. So use the matter, convey the matter to what extent of intensity you have the devotion on the spirit. Okay, practice that, keep on practicing that. Then the matter automatically goes aside. Okay, this is a symbolic thing of the story. You know, there are so many things like this in our epics, in our Puranas. There are so many depths to understand the planetary, the solar, the cosmic. As we are planetary beings, as Rama came as a planetary being, we worship him. Why? Because in our horoscope, one kind of planetary thing is good, is a very big thing. But in Rama's horoscope, 5 planets are in an even way. They are aligned way. They are aligned way. So we utter the nama of the higher person who have the planetary positions in a great way. Because even our horoscope should be like that. It is not like that. So we want to see the horoscope person who is higher than us. So why only Rama? Why only Krishna? Means this is the reason. Krishna was born with 5 planetary positions higher. Rama was born in a 5 planetary positions high. So 10 planets are coming together and blessing us when we utter the Ramanama or Krishna Nama. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. When your children says, why only Rama? Why only Krishna? Why only Govinda? Why only Venkateswara? Means you need to explain them. You need to say them. Nana, your horoscope has only chance to have one planet the best. You don't have the other scope. Only when your Purva Janma karma is so good, the other 2 planets or 1 planet will take care. It will be good. It is very hard for the normal human being. That is why we chant it. So by sound perceiving, the bhaktas were so intense to go to the spirit. So you have to namaskara to matter, Amma. Ask her permission every time. Talli, please move aside. Please move aside to see the spirit, to see the brilliant light, the illuminating light. So on the physical plane, you should be every time passive towards the environment. That is what the first part of the yoga sadhana means. Okay. I think I didn't confuse you. Yes, you can ask any questions if you want.
Ammaji, I have a question.
Namaste, Babu.
The Patanjali talks about Prakriti, Purusha, and Ishvara. And what I understood, we have potential to be one. to become a Ishvara. So is there any, obviously yoga is one thing, but obviously being in this Kali Yoga, there are a lot of vices and all these things.
Yes.
In spite of us knowing, how do you reach that?
Because you are thinking the object is making you to bound and it is restricting you, you are feeling that. If you feel that the object is not going to do anything for me, you know that you are Ishvara, but you never experienced it. Only when you want some kind of experience, you should just ignore the things around you because they are not in the evolutionary degrees. So they will also come. They will also come to that point when the time comes. Okay? So don't make a point that how can I come out of this? You think that I'm out of it. You are making as a non-negative thing. I'm asking you to put it as a positive thing. We know it. The Kali Yuga has a very bad influence on every mind, like drinks, sex, money, your positions, no, your education, no, great education with you. All these five things bring you so much of ego, so much of ego. There is no kind of obedience. See, when you are so much educated, you should be so much obedient because you are a wise person. You should be so much obeying in the way, isn't it? Uh, with jnana, you should be more kind of obedient. But it is happening in a different way because of the yuga lakshana. But there are people who are so much knowledgeable, wise, have wisdom, and stay as a very simple man, where we cannot know that they are the yogic persons. They are Raja Yogas. They are Raja Yogis. They have just a very small clothes, a very small living, you know. But we are all every time seeing the pomp and show in the spiritual leaders. So that is making us every time feel bad. So in the creation, that will also be there. This will also be there. There is two kinds of paths: the path of the scholars, the path of the seekers. Okay, you fetch the path. If you want the scholar path, you can get God consciousness. If you want to fetch the seeker's path, you can get the rishi path. You can get. But when you're doing the sadhana, every time be passive to it. Don't deny it. Don't hesitate it. Don't feel bad about it. Only if that is there, you're doing the sadhana. If that is not there, you don't do any sadhana. You'll be very comfortable. Kali Yuga Lakshana is laziness first. Then comes the sex. Then comes the drink. Okay. They don't understand the word in what kind of perception they are using. It is very hard for them because they're always sleepy. They're always foodie. You know why so many restaurants? Oh, so much of food in US is getting wasted. Tons and tons of food. I felt very bad about it. Why? Why so much of food? Why are we making the earth mother to be so painful by producing so much of food? See, all this is happening with our ignorance or with our great knowledge or science. You should understand the spirituality by means of science, by means of religion, by means of philosophy. Only by these three things you can understand philosophy. You cannot understand only studying science, only studying philosophy, only knowing religion. You should know spirituality from these three things. Why? Because if you follow a religion, it will make your mind in a proper way with a kind of discipline. The mati is nothing but the matam. So you need to make your mind in a proper way, in a disciplined way. That is why we follow some kind of religion. Okay, it helps. In that religion, there are many mantras, scriptures, yantras, tantras, where you can make yourself more comfortable to make some kind of perseverance. Then you come into the science. Our children will keep asking every time, what will happen if we are going to do this? Good, let them question. You try to know it. You try to know it and explain them. This is what is the culture, which is with science, which is not just a belief. It is included with science. Okay? Then you go to the philosophy, philosophical touch, a small detachment. On the physical plane, make a small detachment. See, when you buy a sofa, you say for the next year, oh, I got bored up. I want to buy a new sofa. So you think the sofa is every time permanent? No. Your shirt is not permanent. Your body is not permanent, but you are so attached. So try to have a small detachment from any point of time. Your wife is scolding you. Come on, have some detachment even from that. It is evolving. Because your wife is scolding, because the husband is scolding, yeah, there we have some detachment, right? Am I feeling so much possessive towards her? Why should I be possessive? I should not possess anything in this world. Every individual has their own kind of things. You can just tell the discipline, or you can just make them comfortable with your speech to just follow one or two few words, few sentences. So never think that around you there is so much of gutter which I cannot push it. You can push it by being passive to it. Don't never make a point that it is making me very bad. No, let that be. We do the sadhana more intensive. Why should you stop for all these fellows who are around you, making you so much, making you disturbed? No, that is the way he disturbs. The Maya is that. You should feel that, oh, he's testing me and he's teaching me. Okay? He never gives any punishment. Bhagavan never gives punishment. He tests you or he may give you the lessons. He keeps on teaching you things. Okay? So don't feel bad for what is happening around you. You try to see, observe yourself what is happening in you. Yoga is nothing but observing yourself. How are you speaking if other person is speaking in a not proper way? Make a point. How do you know that he is speaking in a right way? Know it. Only by your behavior, only by your evolution, things will happen. Not by the other person. Understand? You need to grow in your psychological things, in your mental things, in the physical things, and the way you see the things around you. Everything in the universe, in the creation, is God's gift. We all know it. But the perseverance is not proper. Let your boss tell something to you which you feel bad, but you should put more intense in it. You say, Amma, I am doing so much, but he is not satisfied. He is like a person. If you do the good things also, if you do so much of work also, he is not obeying, or he is not interested that you did a great thing or good thing. He is kind of that person. So leave it. To what extent you can do, you do it. And say, this is what is my way of doing, and try to give more knowledge. You ask him, you give the knowledge for me because I have only this extent of knowledge. So he will improve the knowledge, at least in your computers. Is it not? So don't feel bad, Nana. Any other question? Nana.
Namaste.
Namaste, Ma.
Shilpa Savant here.
Shilpaji.
Yeah, I just joined when you were talking about being obedient, being passive. I totally agree with that, and that is how we should evolve. But my question is, when you stay obedient uh, and when you are humble, but in this practical and material world, that is considered as a weakness, especially in a corporate sector or in very competitive, wherever the competition is.
Yes.
But naturally, when you practice, the humbleness, you tend to get humble in that sector also. You cannot change your faces, right?
Yes.
So how to balance it?
See, when you are getting a very nice applause from your boss, you are so happy. When something is going wrong with your boss, you're so much feeling bad. I say, be neutral to that. Stay neutral. That is why you're feeling bad. Even if I'm doing it, if even if I'm gratitude, humble to him, he feels that uh, he takes an advantage of that. No, see, feeling humble or your humbleness or your kind of gratitude is for your sake, not for the other person's sake. You every time look into yourself what you are. You are loving, you are humble, you have great respect to everything. Okay, let them think that it is your weakness, but your weakness is also your strength. You should identify that your weakness is your strength, because for him it is a weakness, for you it is a strength. It is for your sadhana, not for the other person's sadhana. It is for your evolution. It is to look into yourself. Okay, what is happening? If he is telling something, he will get from his boss. Is it not? It is a circle. You are getting from your boss, he gets from his boss on the upper things. It will happen. So take it very light. You are doing a very nice sadhana, being passive, right? Then you try to understand. Your weakness is your strength every time. Make all your weaknesses as strength, not your not your weakness. It is your strength, Talli. Build it up. Be good. Be humble. That's it. That is your quality. Yeah, next.
Dhanavachi.
Dhanyavad.
Namaste, Anna.
Namaste, Namaste.
So my question is, generally I, attend these kind of sessions, and by after having this session attended, I generally get encouraged or motivated, and I generally start my sadhana. So be it a yoga or be it a spiritual activity. Okay, but the problem is it stays only for a couple of days. Okay, my question is how to motivate it all the times doing the sadhana, because whenever I start any sadhana, I keep on continue doing it, but it only lasts for a couple of days.
Yeah.
I just want to know how to stay motivated all the time.
Yeah. You run any kind of nama which you are interested in. Sai Nama, Rama Nama, Govinda, whatever, Jesus, whatever. Any Bhagavan's name. Keep on chanting inside you. You chant outside whenever possible. Try to chant inside. First, you do that practice for some years. I'm telling you, not for days, not for months, for some years. You need not do any kind of puja. If you are participating in puja, fine. Homam, fine. Okay? Everything is fine. Satsang, fine. Do everything. But the only practice is, I said, the sound is the consciousness. You want to be every time with the consciousness, you need to run the namam outside for some time and also inside. When you go to bed, you do some Ramanama or Krishna Nama, then go to bed and see how it is. It will make some kind of stability to you. Because Patanjali Yoga Sutram, Patanjali, all these things, that's okay. But the fundamental thing is, you know that you are God consciousness. What do you need to do? You need to do only the nama, the finest nama. The consciousness who has no name comes in every name as sound. Or if you don't want to do Rama, Krishna, Jesus, just do Om, just do Om, keep on chanting Om, Om, okay? Or Ram, 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 Ram. See how you vibrate with that sound? See how that is so nice to you? Or Om. Om. Like that. Be cool and calm and keep on chanting. You know, your boss gives five minutes time. Come on, I give chai time or biscuit time or tea time. Okay? Come on, take that time. Say, drink that chai and say coffee and say Om. You have 2 minutes there. At least 2 minutes there. 3 minutes for coffee and 2 minutes for Om. You can slowly do that. Whenever you have that space, don't feel that I've stopped, I have done so many months and so many days. Oh my God, I stopped. Don't get disappointed. There is no disappointment in life because we never asked anybody's appointment. Okay? So you are only appointed by the consciousness. What do you need to do? You have to be appointed every time to that name. Whatever you like, you should like in your heart. That name should be liked so much to you. It should push you. Okay? That is one kind of sadhana. And every day doing Omkara for little while. Okay? Then what? Then anything else? Yeah, thank you. So, when three gunas are working in us, the inertia, the dynamism, the poise, these three things will keep on working in your daily life. You should know where dynamism is working, where inertia is working, where poise is working. Okay, keep little watch on it. You will know how to conduct it. Why? Because the inertia and the dynamism is being every time controlled by poise. It is in the middle. You every time balance it. Why? Because the inertia is here, the dynamism is here, and in between the poise is there. You observe your behavior in your daily life. You will know where you are. If you are very heartful, cool, calm, you are in a poise state. Then you observe your breath. It is in an even and a balanced way. It is so kind of balanced. When you get anger, your breath is very much moved. So when you have anguish, anxiety, stress, the breath is not in your control. It is moving ups and down. Okay? For that reason, you need to be every time with the nama, doing some kind of chant, doing some kind of mantra. If you're initiated with mantra, good. If you like to do the nama, good. Anything. You have to keep every time your breath in your control. The control on the pulsation is the pranayama that can take care with your doing nama, omkara, mantra. Okay? Every time try to balance that inertia and dynamism with the poise. Taking the help of the mantra or ramanama or omkara. Okay? You get a balance. Then you can breathe in and breathe out in a very even way, where you are coming to the stability part. Then everything will be fine to you. If any sounds are also coming to you, nothing happens. You are very stable wherever you are, even in the travel, even in the flight, even in the train, even in the bus. You can do the sadhana. Okay? Sadhana is not for 1 hour, 2 hour yoga day. Sadhana is for entire day. Okay? Try to take that opportunity. It is an opportunity given by the individual or the persons. Why? Because we are given the viveka. Yoga karmastu kaushalam. Krishna says yoga is nothing but the way you do the things in a very subtle way, where you can move towards consciousness. It is very nice to be subtle, right? Every time go, don't be every time gross. Come to subtle, go to gross, come to subtle, go to gross. No, this is the sadhana happening with all of you. When you keep doing this, making asanas comfortable, then do the pranayama, then do the pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. Okay? So attainment cannot be done by us. He has to attain us. But the Purusha Prayatna, we say the Purusha Prayatna should happen. Why? Because he likes you to work for him. That is the reason he every time makes us to do the Nama or chant Omkara. So I wish all of you can make this asana, this yoga day, an inspiration to live the yogic life and make your lives comfortable with strength, health, wealth, peace, prosperity. Prosperity means with all your yogic sadhana prosperity. I want that prosperity to come to all of you, and masters bless you in all the ways. You started the yoga sadhana. It should keep on going. Even if it stops, don't worry. You again pray to master that this should happen to me every day. Okay? Nothing is wrong. It comes and goes because of so many attractions. But even then, if you call the masters, they are ready to do so much service for you. Okay? Only when you are ready. Only when you are ready. Okay? I wish all of you a very successful, happy life to all of you. Masters bless you with so much of grace. All the kind grace fall on you and give you so much strength to all your family and all to the society and the universe. Awesome.
Thank you so much, Amagaru. I'm blessed to listen to this.
No, I'm so much blessed.
And a small announcement will follow. Tomorrow also there is a yoga session from Vihangam Yoga, and we don't have an online session on Sunday, but in-person session. Everyone, please join in Kennedy Plaza in Pittsburgh downtown. Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste. Good luck, Nana. Good luck.
Thank you.